All right. It is Zach Sang and the gang, Sasha and Heather on with Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, my God.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, sweet Kelly.
I love y'all, Sasha and Heather.
Oh, we love you so much.
She just said she loved me.
A of all, I just want to say this. We call you Kel Clarks. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Is that cool with you?
Kel Clark.
Yeah.
That's like my nickname for you that you don't know about. Is that all right?
Well, my favorite thing that people call me is Kelly Clarkson.
With a T?
Why do they do that?
Okay, cool. There's a T. All right.
There's no
Right
T
then.
in your name. How are you feeling? How is having a little tiny adorable baby with you all the time now? How is being a mom?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, and I'm completely aware that I lucked out. Like she's like the best behaved baby. Like,
Is she really?
Yes, we've gone to like Vietnam with her. We've been on like 24 hours of flights like in a row. Like she's so good. She's so content and happy and smiling at everybody and she just loves like music, so she loves it loud.
Perfect.
So like every time she's around us, on stage or at a show or something, she loves it. So
Oh my God.
I'm afraid to have another one.
Are you really? Because I was just gonna say, like, there's all that stories about your horrible morning sickness, which is really terrifying for me. When I get pregnant, I'm terrified of morning sickness because that's my biggest fear. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so sorry for you, my sweet girl.
No,
that
there
must have
were
sucked.
definitely moments that I like prayed to God that He would just take me. Like it was like,
Lord, take the wheel. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah,
my
no,
poor
it was
girl.
really bad. But I will say this. I mean, I would go through that all again to have a happy baby like her because I see a lot of babies. Like I'm always every time we go out, I'm like, oh God, I'm so happy I have my baby because she doesn't really lose it ever.
That's
like,
amazing.
I mean,
You never
I know.
hear that.
Like,
You
really,
never
the only
hear
time
parents
she
say
ever
that.
cries
Oh
is
my
if she's
God.
like hungry and she knows she's about to be fed. She does her fake cry. That's what I call it. It's like it's like
It's like a puppy.
totally
like yeah.
Yeah, she's like practicing her Meryl Streep skills
love
right
it.
now. She's pretending.
Well,
It also helps that she's adorable as well.
Oh my God, she's so cute.
She's such a light. I love her.
Now, how many onesies has Auntie Reba given you?
How many has everyone given me? It's amazing.
You probably have like.
I almost wish I were poor because then I'd be so happy because everybody buys all the clothes you don't need to. But yeah, no, everybody. I mean, baby clothes are awesome. So everybody, she definitely does, and awesome gifts. Like she sleeps with this blanket that Reba and Narvel had made for her for Christmas. So, right when she was born. But yeah, no, it's great. Everybody loves a baby, right? Well, unless they're screaming.
Right.
Where did the name River come from? It's adorable, and I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we actually live on a river. So, yeah, we live on a river, and we were outside on our terrace, and we both were like, what about a river? We were like, that's kind of cool because it connects all bodies of water, and I thought that was kind of cool. And Rose is my mom's maiden name. So.
Oh, awesome.
That's
So you just
beautiful.
pointed at stuff, and you're like, oh, that's a river. Perfect. That's my baby name.
And then I saw a stop sign, and I was like, oh, my God, Octagon. That would be a great name.
Great River Octagon Rose.
Baby too, Octagon.
I know, there's not some deep meaning behind it.
That's actually amazing, though. Good thing you were in front of something beautiful.
I know. Good thing we didn't call her Lake or something.
Which also isn't terrible.
I love it. So how has having? I mean, I feel like my ovaries are doing this interview, but like how has like having a baby and being pregnant? How did that affect writing your music, your new album, Piece by Piece, and your new single, which by the way, people are saying is going to be the ballad of 2K15.
Oh, thank you. I'm really excited about it. Well, actually, not only just the single, but a lot of the songs on the album, they're very like, I don't know, some are like almost dance kind of rave-ish, and then some are like they're all kind of like have this light ethereal feel, even if they're dark. Mm-hmm. They have this very like light ethereal feel, and I guess it's like kind of how I feel, and maybe the next chapter will be like. But even like, I mean, just every form of like what we're doing, like picking clothes and like all the tour stuff we're putting together for the summer right now, and like everything is very like light and airy and like fresh but very strong. So and that's what I think Heartbeat Song is. It's like it's like the same like kind of. I mean, obviously we were like reasserting myself into the onto radio again because I haven't been there for since like Catch My Breath. But anyway, so it was more of like giving the fans they want a big power anthem. So we definitely did that. But the rest of the album has so many different layers and depth and it just has this kind of light feel. And I guess that's how I feel. Like having a little kid like makes you not care about all the small crap anymore because you're like, well, that didn't matter.
Right. No, totally.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess it's just a different chapter,
And speaking of the tour, how is it going to be different touring with a tiny baby?
Yeah, are you going to bring her along? She seems like she loves it already.
I got to design my whole bus. I actually on my bus right now because I had to because you have to put a crib in it, obviously.
Sure.
Yeah.
So and I got so like I'm a first time mom, so there's all these like safety things on there that everybody
it's all sanitized.
Started laughing at me for, but I'm like so worried. Anyway, but it's awesome. My bus is so amazing, and it's actually also very neutral and light, and it's fun because we have all this cute baby stuff, and I put colorful pictures up for her and stuff. And, yeah, so like it's just to make it kind of because growing up on the road is going to be different. So
yeah,
sure. Oh, so she's going to be a roadie baby. She's going to be.
Yeah. Well, we already
it.
have 2 other kids too that come out often, an 8-year-old, a 13-year-old. So they'll be out on the summer tour as well.
Oh, so nice. Heather is, I think, going to volunteer to be your nanny if you need one.
Oh yeah, if you need one. Cause...
my nanny might get mad, but so she'd be like, "Where's my job?" No, that's another thing too. I lucked out. I have this amazing nanny that's like, I mean, she educates me as well because she's just been around kids so much. So, and she's just really cool. My little girl loves her, and I was really nervous about it because I grew up, really poor. We didn't have nannies where I lived, so it's very different for me. But my little girl, she's just so loved, so it's awesome.
Oh, that's amazing. That's awesome. And I was gonna say, like, it's so great that you're going through this awesome, like, airy phase of your life, and everything's kind of zen. And I feel like through your whole career, you've kind of managed to keep a balance about how your private life was exposed to the public. How did you do that? Because that is so rare. That's so rare, I feel like. And you just kind of wrote the book on it, and now you're having a kid and all that stuff. Like, how do you be awesome like you?
That's the question. Yeah, how are you so awesome?
I guess I don't live in a place where people are like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've either lived in Texas or in Tennessee, so it's not like people, there's like paparazzi running around.
Right.
So, I think unless I'm working, I'm really not in a big city to where it would be a big deal.
Right,
like, and I even like Nashville. Like, I don't live in Nashville. I live, in a smaller town on the outside, like on the river. So, like, it's. I think it's where I choose to plant myself. Maybe that's it, and also. I mean, I'm not very interesting. I'm not very. There's not, but like people like try to create stuff,
Reba
and I'm like, okay.
Reba's
I'm not super interesting. I just love music, and that's really it. And I mean, I think too because I'm not like I've never been like a sex symbol. I think they do that with girls that are more sex symbols, which I always feel bad for them because it's like they're always in their business, and I honestly would go insane if that were my life. Like I've run into like. Brittany at an event before and like seeing the chaos that is like I would need to be highly medicated all the time, like that would not, or like have wine all the time. Like I wouldn't be able to do that, so I'm really glad the universe that wasn't my plan.
Sure yeah That's awesome. Well, you really did, like, you kind of are the gangster. You're the OG gangster of vocal competitions and all that kind of stuff. What's your, like, how did you feel judging, like, the duet and entering on The Voice? And are you going to do that in the future now that you're kind of, like, splashing your way back into radio? How do you plan on navigating all that?
I honestly, it's so funny. I think the thing with me, nothing's really planned. I'm not really that like if something comes up, like
that's awesome.
The Voice thing came up, and I said yes because I was excited and a fan of the show, and then I didn't even think about people saying like, oh, but you're from Idol, like, and people from Idol get mad. I'm like, what? I'm like,
who cares?
I'm like, I didn't even think about that because I'm like, well, isn't it kind of flattering that they want the original winner to come on their show?
It's amazing.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm like, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, I never look at things. I think how people look at them. So I don't really, I don't know. Like even like when My Life Would Suck Without You came out, like I was like, oh, what a fun song. Like people are gonna love this. Yeah. Well, and then like all the like soccer moms were like, I can't believe you said suck in front of my child.
Oh,
and I was like,
God.
wow, I could have chosen a lot of more 4-letter words.
Right?
that are like, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
So I think the problem with me is it's people think that I'm like remarkable and like have this great plan. It's just happenstance, people. There's no plan. It's just I do what I like and I choose what I like, and and people are always like, oh, you seem to like the talent shows and like going on them and stuff. And I'm like, well, I'm from one, so like I'm very thankful that was. And I think it's just a different way of getting in the business now. It's just this generation, our generation. That's just how it kind of changed.
It did.
So. Yeah, so I mean, and it's just exciting. Who doesn't love, watching talent shows. Like, I love it.
I do.
So.
I love it. It's my favorite thing.
You really don't realize it until you like get into a show. Like my boyfriend got so into The Voice that like he would talk about it like it was a football game.
Yeah,
you
right.
know, like he got so into it. So everybody just really did embrace it, and I'm so glad that you had a great experience. I know not everyone does, but you kind of.
Oh, I loved it, and
That's
I love.
awesome.
Yeah, I mean, even like. And Blake and Adam and all them, like, they're so good. Like, all the crap talk that goes in between them, I think it's so good. It's such great television. It's so funny.
I love it.
Yeah.
And it makes it lighthearted because we're all not curing cancer, that I know of.
Yeah.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah,
You're
I mean,
creating.
it's like-
You're creating. That's all.
Yeah, it's creating, and it's supposed to be fun, and it's supposed to be. It's nice to be able to see these new, kids come in and have a chance. So it's fun.
All right. So I'm a huge fan of yours, and I'm kind of geeking out a little bit. So
You're composed. You're good.
Well, I'm not speaking because I can't. So I just have a question. Who is there still someone that you kind of geek out over, like or that you've met or that you want to meet that you think you'd like freak out and maybe not say a word?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny that you just asked that. So last night I was at dinner with my husband and his parents, and it's the set. It's Reba and Narvel, and we were sitting there, and all of a sudden we were talking about who's like your favorite actor or whatever. And that came up somehow at the dinner conversation. I was like, oh, my God, Meryl Streep. Like, I don't even want to meet her. Like, I can't. Like, the fact that she's not going to be, like, all the characters that I want her to be, like, I don't know if that'll run it for me. And then she was like, Reba out of nowhere was like, oh, my God, she's, like, the sweetest. We did this thing years ago. And I was like, I'm sorry, stop talking. What? I was like, you've met her?
You know Meryl?
And she knows I love her. So I was like, how have you not mentioned this?
Oh, my God, I love it.
Yeah, they just took a picture like a long, long time ago, and it was kind of, they didn't know each other, I guess, and she just said she was really sweet, and it's one of those awkward situations where they're like, hey, let's put celebrities in a picture together even though they've never met. Like,
right. That's so
but anyway, but she said she was really nice, so I would love that. But she's my favorite, like, she just seems super classy and super, just so talented and so confident that she doesn't have to worry about, all the small crap, and I think that's what I love about her, but I don't think I ever really want to meet her, though.
It's terrifying.
Because I really need her to be all the characters from her movie.
Exactly.
It would really run it for me.
One more question. This is just for me personally because I'm a huge fan. What is your favorite song to perform, or what is your favorite song? Maybe like one of your favorite songs in general to sing, or that you wrote?
What's funny? It's probably one that it is actually one I wrote on as well. But I don't love it on the album. It's on my first album, but I love singing it live. And the band, it's one of their favorites to play live because it's really rocked out from the original version. But Miss Independent is pretty much.
That's a great one,
girl.
Oh, it's one of my favorites to perform. It's just, it has such a range, and it's so like, if I'm pissed off that night for whatever reason, like it's just a fun song to sing. And yeah, that one and Walk Away are probably my favorites.
My favorite's Sober. I just wanted you to know that.
Oh my God, you are a fan! I love Sober. That's awesome.
I love Sober. It's like one of my favorite songs of all time in general.
Oh my
I love
gosh,
it.
that's so flattering. Thank you. It's a very dark time for me. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I love the ending of that. And we actually do that different on tour, and the ending is cooler on tour, how it builds up. So yeah, no, I love that one too. That was a good one.
I love it.
Thank you.
I could literally talk to you probably all day. But
I love you right now. You
have some stuff to do.
Like album cut. Wow.
So, but I think we should let you go. Thank you so much.
Oh,
I'm
thank
literally
you.
dying inside a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
No,
pass
it was
out.
so fun. Thank you so much. It was a very refreshing interview.